Three, you're going to lift that dirt. Try not to hit knees, okay? 1, 2, 3. Woo. All right, give yourself a round of applause.
Can we do that one more time?
Yeah, let's do it one more time. One more time. That was just practice.
Yeah,
all right, next time, I want all shovels at exactly the same moment. Okay. 1001, 1002, 3, go. All right, we're done. We have food over there. You can see the rendering.
So these are very nice rooms to stay in, and they're very economical in cost. So we'll have benefits such as a flex room for meetings, and then we have a fitness room. And one thing for the benefit of the fire chief, it is 100% sprinkled. We have the fire alarm system. And Tom, if you'd like to say just a couple more words.
Yeah, sure. So just a little bit about Microtel. Microtel, there's about 400 of them in the U.S. Everyone is built from scratch, the same prototype, same design. We opened one in Lyman this year. We're going to have Mark's opening up in Woodland Park. There's going to be groundbreaking. We have one out. We've got another one out. Lyman's open, but so we're having a lot of growth in Colorado. I'm really excited about it. We're really excited to be working with Tom and everybody here. And if anybody has any questions about the brand, let me know.
Okay. And then Benjamin is with Chanton Point Hospitality. He will be the professional management company that will manage the hotel on behalf of Dalvinder and his brother-in-law. So if you'd like to tell us a little bit about what Chanton Point does.
So as Tom mentioned, my name is Benjamin. I work for Channel Point Hospitality. We're a division of Ambridge Hospitality. We operate many properties across the entire U.S. Specifically Microtel, we have a handful in primary, secondary, and tertiary markets. I oversee all of our new openings, and as a new opening, I couldn't be more grateful to bring new jobs to this market and bring a beautiful new building for our guests to stay when they come into the area. Special thanks to Saul. We're glad you chose us as your management company. We look forward to a great partnership with the city and with our ownership group. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else like to say a couple of words? And no promos for Seattle.
I'm not a good public speaker. I've got to listen to promos.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one. Sure. Yeah. We'd like to have Mark Maruzak from Central Bank say a few words.
Yeah. Well, on behalf of Central Bank and Trust, it's really been a pleasure working with these guys. Tom and Saul. Tom has done a wonderful job of, providing the information we needed to get this project up and running. We're just excited to bring, a new hotel to the Fountain Market. We have a lot of employees and a lot of clients that are in this Fountain Market. It's one of the things that we've heard for quite some time. About it'd be nice to pull some of those, pull some people down here. Enjoy these beautiful views and everything. So we're really excited to be a part of this. It's been an honor and a pleasure. So thank you for the opportunity.
All right.
On behalf of Bedrock Construction, I want to thank everyone for coming, especially the city, to thank Tom for awarding us the project. This Saul has been a pleasure. We're also going to be working with Gurinder on the Loveland project. The City of Fountain has been extremely helpful in helping us with all of our paperwork and permitting processes, and it's been a joy to work with everyone in Colorado. Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay.
I am just so glad to be here and to see this hotel coming up. It's been a dream for a long time, and it's absolutely critical that the City of Fountain have this hotel. And now we need a restaurant, a wonderful quality restaurant right next door that they can have dinner and lunches. The hotel will serve breakfast, I understand, but we need that so that it's a real complex down here, and it'll draw lots of people off the highway as well as local people and the base, Fort Carson. So if any of you know restaurants that are looking for a home where there's really a demand, then get in touch with me. AudreyBeckettDevelopment.com.
Thank you.
You just have to build a lot of restaurants too.
Okay, good.
So I'll be over there in the tent so we can see the pictures of the hotel, see what it looks like from the layout as well as the architectural renderings. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me, okay?
We expect to bring the general manager on about 3 months before we open, and the rest of the team will hire about a month and a half to a month out.
Now, they said that all microtels across America are the same. So how does that affect opening this hotel, having to have all those standards to follow?
Quite frankly, it makes my job a lot easier. We only have a handful of color schemes to choose from, and it changes the look and feel of the finishes. But from a procurement standpoint, it's all pretty much cleanly defined. It makes it easy for us to get everything into the building in a cost-efficient manner.
Great. And about how many permanent employees will you have once it's open?
Probably 15 to 20.
15 to 20? Okay, great. And why do you think this will be good for Fountain?
I think proximity off the highway with the base and as much development as we've seen in the greater Denver area, adding another property is a good thing for us.
It'll draw a lot of people, and they'll go into the city and find other places to eat and shop. It's just a total advantage, and we're really happy. It's been a long time coming. We've been searching for it for quite a while now.
What were some of the barriers to bringing in companies like this up until now?
Color Springs.
Yeah?
They're so big and they have so much to offer that we're just down here south, and it took a while for people to recognize us. And Fountain wasn't always the place people wanted to be. It was a little town across from the military base, and that's all it was originally. And we've grown up now. We got great housing developments, we got great citizens, we've got shopping, we got everything now. So basically we're a town that's just growing. We're on the move down there. And this is just one step further up the road. We're really happy.
So this might be a little bit of a difficult reaching question to answer, but what do you expect to see from the city of Fountain within the next 5 to 10 years?
Growth. A lot of infrastructure and stuff that has been bad and been noted in the past is getting fixed real fast. We've got new people working on the city staff, we've got new crews, and we're racing around town and we're fixing things. We want our town to be a showpiece, and it will be. And we're so proud of it and the way things are going right now that it couldn't be better.
Can you tell me just a little bit more about what you mean of a showpiece?
A place where you come in and you feel comfortable and you want to see more of it. It's not a place where you just go by and go, ooh, keep moving. That's what we've done. And so we've done a lot of things. We've still got a ways to go. That goes without saying. Because in the past, there was a pretty wide open town and just whatever went. But we're really proud of what's been done lately. Lately, we've turned it into a city that people just love, and we didn't lose that hometown feel, which was not easy to do, to keep the comfort level, and yet to step it up and modernize it a little bit in a few ways.
Now I just have one more question for you. For a small business owner, or who would want to move out to Fountain and say open a restaurant or open a shop, what would you tell them about bringing a new business to Fountain?
Oh, it'd be terrific, because with the growth we've got going on right now, there's 2 big housing developments, there's other building going on, and with all that going in here, and so many things, we've got some up on the mesa, we've got some restaurants and stuff, but there's other spots in town where there just isn't anything. And in the downtown area, I don't think there's a regular restaurant down there. And there's just places where a restaurant could come, a small business could come, start up a lot of different things. And we're wide open and welcome to it.
Right. So the city of Fountain would definitely help push new businesses along.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. That's what we want. We love small businesses. That fits in here just perfect. We are a smaller community. We've only got about 30,000 people.
Right. Is there anything I've missed or that you would like to add?
No, that pretty much covers it, except this is a great day for Fountain. We're really glad to have this new hotel. I think we will be having other things in the near future. So people just need to keep an eye on Fountain.
Great. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'm Audrey Beckett, and I'm land developer with Beckett Development, and we're the ones that are developing this whole strip of land that the Microtel Hotel is a key part of.
Okay, so I assume you have more land in the area that you develop. Can you just tell me a little bit more about what you do in Colorado Springs and the surrounding area?
Yes, we have 4 lots available to sell here so that we can put in a restaurant, we can put in other businesses that would really benefit from having the hotel, from being so close to I-25, right across from Fort Carson, and at the gateway to the Security, Widefield, and Fountain communities.
So walk me through a day in the life of you. What would you do? How do you find these places? How do you find the businesses? How do you find the land? Tell me about that.
Well, in addition to being a land developer, we also have a large ministry in India where we train leaders, we do educational projects, we have women's self-help groups, 2,000 of them that we've started with 12 women in each. We do tuition programs and tutoring for young people to pass the 10th standard exam. We have a large retail center that's over on Highway 85, 87, just south of the Walmart there. And we have all the recruiting offices there. We have a wonderful restaurant, King Chef Diner. We're putting in Keller Williams Realty and all of their agents. We've got Anytime Fitness there. So lots of businesses that the community can really appreciate and use. We also have a very large Beckett Event Center. And we do weddings, quinceañeras, and parties, military events, business training sessions, concerts, lots of things. We have 25,000 square feet of event space in 3 beautiful venues. In addition to that, we also, oh well, that's probably enough, but we do many other things.
Okay, so can you walk me through the process, just in a few sentences, of starting this, finding the land, working with everyone involved, groundbreaking? What goes into this hotel?
Yes. Okay, so you start years ago. You buy the land, and then you bring sewer 2 miles all the way up from the computer plant to the south. You bring water up about 1.5 miles. You bring the gas line in, all of your telephone lines in, you grade everything. We brought in over 300,000 cubic yards of dirt. You put in creek bank improvements all the way along the creek so that all of that will never erode. You bring in storm drains, detention ponds, and then you start your marketing. And the marketing is an amazing process because the market goes up and down. So we put in Love's probably 7 years ago, the Love's Travel Center, and had some deals going on this, and then the recession came in 2008, and everything went to a standstill. So this is the first of the retail projects on our retail land that's coming out of the ground. We just put KNCRV in down on the light industrial land, and they're doing very well, and that's a really good generator for traffic, for revenue, for jobs. They're doing just a wonderful job. We also we've put in 7 other industrial type users south of this land. We had bought 2 miles of frontage along I-25, and this is the last, we're in the middle right now with the city, putting in Old Dominion freight lines down on 13 acres in our industrial area. We're right before the city council right now to get approvals on that. And we look for a restaurant to be very close behind this hotel. I think we need a restaurant very much, a good sit-down dinner type restaurant, lunch and dinner. And then other things that would be great would be some kind of an emergent care medical or something else in business with office buildings or something that really needs this I-25 frontage, the base, and the whole Fountain Widefield Security Valley. There's over 100,000 people in the Fountain Security Widefield Valley. This is the first hotel, other than a very small one down by the travel center. This is the first of the big ones. So this is really, I believe, an important landmark that's come to the community. and I believe they'll really benefit from it. We're hoping that Love's would expand a bit and put in, initially they were thinking of a truck stop, and we had been under contract for that. But then they decided just a travel center. So we need something for all the trucks, for them to fill up with gas, to have a place to eat, shower, park, so that, because there's a lot of truck traffic along I-25 and they need a place. So we would love to see that happen and just expand that. There's a lot behind they could expand to, and it would be a wonderful use. So.
Now, this 2 mile stretch of land that you're talking about, is it just straight up and down 2 miles? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
It starts from exit Highway 16, exit 132, and it goes all the way down to the what used to be the computer plant on Bandley Drive. They now are just sold it, and they have one user in there, and they're looking for multiple users. It's a huge space, 350,000 square feet, and so they're looking for multiple users to lease that space. But it's a wonderful plan, and it should be fully utilized,
So can you just tell me a little bit about what goes into opening a new hotel? And go ahead. What goes into opening a new hotel?
Well, there's a lot involved, obviously. This project, I think, has been almost 2 years in the making to get to this point. So, just finding the right piece of land and the right location and mirroring the right brand, with the location is really important. So, we're excited about being in Fountain for our Microtel by Wyndham brand, and we actually look forward to doing more in Colorado.
Now, I know that I could Google this information, but how many brands does Wyndham have?
About 21.
Okay.
And Microtel is a upper economy, lower mid-scale brand, but we have all the way from economy all the way to luxury.
Now, tell me about your relationships with the owners. So an owner comes to you and says, hey, we'd like to open a Microtel. What happens after that?
It happens a bunch of different ways,
okay.
But sometimes we work with the landowner, where the landowner has a piece of land that he or she thinks might be good for a hotel. In this case, it came through Tom Cave, who was the developer, that he had realized this was a good market to develop a hotel, and he actually came to us, and that's how we put it all together.
Now, how much of a hand will you still have in it? Like, how much of an ownership, I guess, will you still have in it after it's all opened?
Right. Well, we're predominantly a franchisor.
Right.
So our process we'll stay in touch with the developer and the construction company through the construction. We'll be coming out a few times, to make sure all the standards are actually met. And then about 8 weeks prior to opening is actually when we really get busy. And that's when we'll work with the management company to open the property. And that might entail, getting the property up on different websites, the internet, Expedia, Booking.com, and we handle all that connectivity so the hotel can be connected to the outside world, also connected to our central reservation system. So really that's when the hard work starts. And then once it's actually open for business, we'll be working with the ownership to grow the business, bring customers into the hotel.
Right. And have you ever had an owner say, hey, I want to open a Microtel, and you're like, no, it's a better spot for a Super 8, or do you just kind of...
Oh, no, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Every market is different, and there might be a market that it doesn't make sense for us to even be in,
right.
Because we might have a Super 8, which is a brand we own, which or a Days Inn, so it might make more sense maybe for one of our competitors. But we have a brand for about every travel occasion. Again, whether or not you're taking your kids on vacation or you're just heading to a soccer tournament in the next town over or something like that.
Now, why was this a good time for a Microtel?
What's that?
Why was this a good location for a Microtel and not something else?
Microtel, we only develop about 4 or 5 of our brands completely from scratch, and Microtel is one of those. And if you're looking in the economy space, which is kind of a stop like this alongside the highway, in kind of an emerging market, Microtel was just really a good fit. It's our fastest growth brand, and we're going to be building these hotels right all across the country.
Okay, great. Is there anything that I've missed or that you would like to add?
No, just again, we're excited to be here and look forward to getting a property open here in Fountain.
Right, are we ready? Okay, could I get you both to just say your first and last name and the name of your company for the camera, please?
Yeah, my name is Dalwinder Saab. Company name is Fountain Hotel LLC.
And my name is Pinky Saw.
And you guys are the owners of Fountain
Yeah.
Hotel? Okay.
Yeah.
So just tell me a little bit about how many hotels you own in the area, how long you've been in business, and why you chose to open this hotel.
Oh, this is first one. This, yeah.
Yeah. This is the only one. We used to have like Super 8 next at the next exit, but now we are making. We thought this place is really good, so that's why we are thinking to the must be busy. We think.
So how long have you been in business in the Colorado Springs area? Or in Fountain?
Fountain we have since 2005. We have that motel Super 8,
Super 8?
but we sold that.
Yeah.
So tell me about owning hotels. What goes into that? Why did you get into it? What do you like about it?
Because we have a gas station before. Right now we have a gas station in Aurora, and we want to do it like make a different experience. So that's why we are trying to make this one.
Now, walk me through the process of choosing this location.
I think this is a busy one. And there is no motel over here close by. So
Due to waste,
there is
people
a
like that. They need accommodation to that a lot of people. Yeah.
Now, what are your plans for the future? After this one is opened, are you going to continue expanding in the area, or are you just going to hang out with this one for a little while? What are your plans?
no, we are thinking to build more.
Okay.
Yeah. If we'll do good in this one, then we are thinking to make more.
What's your time frame for building another hotel?
Maybe within 5 years.
5 years? Do you think you'll stay with my hotel, or do you think you'll branch out to different brands?
Maybe we go a little bit higher. Once that's
To make the Hampton.
A Hampton?
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Where would you put this?
we don't know yet.
Yeah? That's nice. Okay, how many people are in your company? Is it just the two of you?
Yeah.
Yeah? It's just the two of you. Awesome. So tell me about how you feel about this groundbreaking today.
It's good. It's very good. We like that. A lot of people, community, they come.
What do you think you're most excited about for April when it's scheduled to open?
We are excited to open that.